Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and in this video we are featuring the Cold War Era 3 top tier heavy tank Leclerc. It is the French tank. I was not fully upgraded. I think I'm still missing the gun, but nonetheless this was a pretty, I guess, unique game. I do firmly believe that if you're playing solo, it's very difficult to kind of make a comeback if there's a towards the end, if it's like 1v3 or 1v4, something like that, or if there's like a too much goal difference, tank difference. But I was proven wrong. So in this game, it didn't really start it very well though. It is Deathful, one of my favorite Cold War maps, because it's a desert, no bushes, so I can see more clearly. I went to the middle, even though my team has advantage over here. However, I was a little bit too overconfident and not familiar with the Cold War meta, and that's what's going to cost me here. I thought I can just handle. Never mind, this is one MBT. I would just push him and farm him, but I was not aware that there's a tank behind him, and now I'm in crossfire again, as well as on fire. So whatever could go wrong did go wrong here, as it was the 477 that just started pushing me, as well as I have lost most of my HP and no damage either. So two pens. I played like a Cold War gamer, went in, I hope for the best, and just lost all my HP. So pretty potato start for the game, but no one has to blame but myself, as I didn't notice in time or that we don't have enough tanks going in the middle area. So decided to go back to our spawn, or where I spawned. So since I'm still alive, and decided to do whatever damage I could do since I'm ammo racked, as well as only 3 shots for the opponents. This tank does have a decent gun, and not the best armor, but still enough where you can bounce some poorly aimed shots. As I was running away, I was getting targeted, so I kind of panicked, jumped, but only lost 15. So not that much. Could have gone way worse though. Only losing by one tank, and so I do manage to come back safely or without losing much HP. 3 shots, and wanted to help my team when they push Dragula as well as the TD, so I can get some shots of damage. As once you're weak, right? Once you don't have much HP left, and it's so early, there's nothing you can't even think about being aggressive, right? All you can do is just do as much as you can and support your team of the tanks that have health. So Stormer peeked, put a shot into him, and at the same time, the tank I was supposed to cover, they got rushed. Even though one of them was 477, but when they get flanked, they do die quickly. But while 477 was still alive, I decided to just farm as much as I can. Took another shot though, and now I'm down to 674 HP, 2 shots probably, and 1 for some high alpha tanks. 477 still alive, and I wanted to help him as much as I can, as I thought another heavy is coming and we might be able to win this engagement. Also, I'm in a platoon, and the TD is also here kind of helping me, and at this point I realized that they are about to kill the 477, and they have. I do kill their 477 as well, and at this point I did what any Cold War player would do. Forget about your base and just run away. Run to where you have teammates, where you have tanks with HP. And that's what I did. That's one thing you have to do. This is I guess the right play I did. Instead of holding there just because I'm too short, I can't really do much, I decided to run to the other direction where more of our heavy tanks are, and decided to make the best of what I have left. When I was running away, 2 more tanks decided to do the same. Score is 8v12. We are losing by 4, and now 5. 7v12. However, we do have a 292 here, full health. He's being stopped by Leclerc T4. He penned a shot into him, and then I penned a shot into him. Score 6v12 now, though. We're losing by 6 tanks, and at this point, comeback felt unlikely. Leopard 2a5 came in, he put a shot into 292. I penned him, tracked him, and I 292 penned another shot into him as well. So just before we kill him, score was 5 versus 12, and now down to 5v11 and 5v10. And these tanks stood with me. They played very, very well, or at least seemed like it, as the deficit is becoming less, but we lost another tank. 4v10. This is not a very favorable scenario and to win, but nonetheless, we did manage to do really good, especially this 292. Another shot into AMX-40, and I managed to pen him twice. And 490T over on the 0 line also took out another tank. The Jaguar pushed in since he was full health, pretty confident that they had the advantage, but this allowed me to farm him. Our 292, they are doing damage, but one of them do end up going down, and but not before he did his fair share, and we were able to kill 2 tanks over there. MBTB, it's probably the same guy that pushed me early on, come back to finish what he couldn't, however, end up going down. Saw the light tank was one shot, decided to push him, taking so that we can take out numbers. And at this point, I thought maybe we can win. AMX shooting his machine gun, however, prioritized the light tank since it was one shot, and then used his dead tank as he's just RBRTing, not really aiming his shot well. As a result, wasn't able to kill me. It didn't take much damage, and we were able to take out the AMX-40 as well, and all of a sudden we are winning from 4-10 or 5-12 to now we're winning 3 versus 2 in Cold War. And pretty happy that that happened, but it was not just me, it was also the 292, the Topol that was on the top, who like, we all focus our targets, not something you see in pub games. 2 of the tanks, 292 and the Topol, were in platoon, and they did different shade of damage as well. Now the light tank is alive as well as this heavy tank, but the heavy is kind of circling. I don't have too much HP to directly engage him because he's full health. I am not. I wanted our heavy to do that, and that's what heavy did. Put a shot in him, took it as attention, and now I can farm him from the back. And as meanwhile, I also realized that Do ended up crossing the 12,000 mark and 7 kills. So if I can kill the light tank now, we'll have Redley Walters, or actually whatever the Cold War version of Redley Walter is. But just I was about to finish off the light tank. He managed to kill our 490, lost the spot, and now it's a big map, and it will take a while to find that light tank. But as I was saying, like, pretty decent result, and that's one of the key thing in Cold War is don't try to hold a position if you're just getting swarmed by enemy teams, as you will die. I kind of hate to leave our base, but more often than not, unless you are like on a full platoon of 3, definitely you can hold. But other than that, it's just better leaving the base because you'll die there anyway. I'm not a fan of it, but that's the only way you will end up doing more damage. Use your speed to run away. Go where your team has numbers. Ideally, if you have a 477 on your team, go there. And as he will block most of his shot, right? No one even try to mess with 477. As you can't really pen him reliably unless you catch one and get around the tank. Not very common. So that's kind of the era 3 meta. And once the game is kind of slowed down, that's when you can hold. Like if you have more health towards the end and they're like low health, and you're like, okay, I can't hold. But when you see a side about to lose, just run. Whenever you think about running, you should have been running like 10 seconds before that, as you might end up taking some shots as you're running away as well if you are slightly late. And then to make it worse, you usually get, if there's a light tank with a machine gun, they'll start spraying you, you'll get set on fire and die. Not to mention, you just get missiled as well. So from the beginning, it's better to just go where your team going, even if there's a position that you like, but you don't have numbers, don't go there. Just play with the team, as more often than not, your team probably won't pen shots, but at least you can use them, use their HP to the advantage. Our heavy tank try to put cap pressure, and I was hoping since he's on cap, giving away his location, their light tank would come and try to shoot the heavy as well. And then I can take advantage of that scenario. Also, let me know in comments if you guys, what's your best comeback in Cold War in Era 3 when the odds were against you and you managed to make a comeback, and what was the score like? Was it 2 versus 10? Because we were at 4, was it 5v12? I think it was 5v12, right? And then 4 versus 10. Maybe you had a scenario where it was 3 versus 10. Or even, 3 versus 6. So yeah, do let me know, as in my experience, we're never able to recover when there is a 3 or 4 tank deficit towards the end. For example, even a 5v9, it's difficult to recover. Even probably a 5v8, we just end up losing. close to the tank. Unless, as I said, unless you're in platoon. So their tank did fire. I saw the missile coming in. So he's probably over on the 1-2 line over at the back. Another missile from him. This time it did manage to reset our tank. I'm not spotted. So closing in, trying to figure out if this was like Cowbang, a lot of bushes would have been difficult to see. But because of the desert, and that's the reason I kind of like the map, because you can easily see the tanks. I am one shot for him if he decides to shoot missiles. Still, I don't think I was able to see him, but probably I did. I don't remember at this point. I think I did. I just wanted to be held down, and he is one shot here, going for the final kill. And since the missile changes, if I can get close enough, he will not be able to full pen me, because he'll do probably 300 damage. He disappeared, but there's not many areas he could run, and I do manage to end up spotting him, and a quick RBRT taking him out of the game and bringing me to 8 kills with 12,000 damage. So that's it for this game. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think about the game, and what do you think, how fun it is for you to make a comeback in Cold War, especially in R3. So I'll catch you in the next one. Have a great rest of your day.